A strange morning at Bamako Airport in Mali. It's January the 18th, 1988, and a curious rumour is doing the rounds. The car belonging to the rally leader, Ari Vatanen, has vanished. The Finnish legend is part of the Peugeot Armada, along with Cancunen, Pescarolo and Ambrosino. But ahead of stage 14, his 405 T16 has apparently been stolen. The boss of the Peugeot team, John Todd, finally shares some of the extraordinary details. At 7:15 I got a call in my room and the operator put me through to someone who put me through to somebody else, apparently a European, who said, "We've got Vatanen's car, come to the Sommerpack in a taxi in 15 minutes and bring 25 million CFA francs. For now, we're just going to try to find the car." The 405 has apparently been spotted in one of the city's rubbish dumps, but plenty of rumours are still flying about. Was it Peugeot themselves who removed the car from Parc Fermé to carry out repairs? Ewa Cancunen, who's running second overall, waits patiently to find out more. I'm sure it's not a joke. I really don't think it's a joke. I suggest we have a whip round so that Vatanen can keep going. No chance. They've already got enough money. It will only end up being an amusing anecdote if it doesn't ruin the rally. It would be a real shame for this to have an impact on the results. And if they end up having to pay the ransom, then it won't be very funny at all. Amid all this drama, Cancunen sets off in the direction of chaos, while Vatanen finally gets news of his missing car.
After the bridge towards the airport.
Yes.
In a field.
In a field?
Yes.
In a field? Not even a house?
No.
And that's it. Unbelievable.
It's really crazy.
The whole story is just incredible. It's really like in a film.
What happens now with the race?
I think if it is true that my car has been found, I'm sure the race continues. And just a lot of harmless, I emphasize, publicity. And that's all.
Car is good.
Car is good. Okay.
Vatanen is finally reunited with his car, but he reaches the start line 30 minutes late, which is forbidden by rally regulations. The following day he is officially disqualified, and his teammate and compatriot Cancunen goes on to win Dakar 1988. As to what really happened to the 405 that morning, even 34 years later, the mystery remains unsolved.
While camels can happily navigate the deserts for hours, replace the four legs with four wheels and set the challenge of a race against time, and sometimes the humans aren't so lucky. Benedictas Vanegas and co-driver walked away from this big role. Likewise, Gerlin Shishurit with this over-ambitious jump. In fact, sometimes when the desert shows its teeth, it's easier to make like the camels and travel in a herd from A to B. After steering the BRX ProDrive Hunter to an impressive 5th last year on its debut, Dakar legend Nani Roma's had a week to forget this year. Several long stops in the desert, including playing Go Fetch for a runaway wheel, mean that his 26th Dakar has the Spanish ex-biker way back in 62nd position overall. Stefan Petterhansel is spearheading the innovative new Audi RSQ e-tron electric debut Dakar campaign, but a technical retirement early on means Mr. Dakar has an unaccustomed role in the team. So we're like the Saint Bernard, the roadside assistants, the water carrier, but that's part of the job. From our side, the three cars are no big, well, we're not fighting for victory obviously, but no problems with the motor, which is completely new, and that's the positive point to take. Good performance, good electric motor, and we're going the right way. A lot of work to do, but going the right way for sure. The main beneficiary of his help is Carlos Sainz, who brought the German mark their first Dakar stage win since 1985, but is still down in 25th overall. A very hard first week, starting with our navigation problems on the first day. After that we had problems with the car, but we're very fast, so I'm happy that we're very fast when we don't have problems. Then we had problems which are not normal, suspension issues. The truth is, I think we've solved them, but we never had those shock absorber issues before, and we hope it's the last problem we will have. The week that's coming we hope will be a good week, better than this one. And with everything we've learned, I wish that the Dakar started with the second week. Another rally legend is still looking for his maiden Dakar win, and this, Loeb's 6th attempt, has had its share of ups and downs. But with the upgraded BRX ProDrive Hunter underneath him and a new co-driver, Loeb is still in contention at the end of week 1. It's been good and less good. On the positive side, it's going well with Fabien, except yesterday when we made mistakes, but we've learned from that, I hope. I like the car very much. It's running well, it's well balanced, good suspension. It's nice to drive, it gives me pleasure. That's the positive. We're performing well and in the battle with the best, so that's cool. On the negative side, we had 2 bad days. Yesterday with navigation, and on the third day we broke the transmission and lost 37 minutes. So overall, we've lost over 50 minutes. We're 50 minutes behind the leader, who himself has had a perfect week. We remain motivated though. Making up 50 minutes is almost impossible, but every day something happens on the Dakar. NASA had a perfect week 1, not us. I hope for a role reversal in week 2. The rest day in Riyadh is particularly convenient for Yazid Al-Raji. It's his home city, and the Saudi driver with long-time stage rallying co-driver Michael Orr joining him in the Toyota cabin for the first time is looking on target to deliver the podium he promised his huge social media fan base pre-event. Incredibly, the Overdrive Hilux team have not reported a single puncture during the 7 days of Dakar so far, which must be one of the factors which now puts them in second place overall in a battle with Sebastian Loeb for silver honours. It is the Qatari Nasser Al Attiyah, however, who seems to have had a flawless week. Is 2022 the year he gets his 4th Dakar win?
I am quite happy, because there's a new car and we try to do our best, day by day, and to learn a lot, with the car, The stages was good stage, and it was not easy for navigation, but Matthew, he did a good job, and everybody follow us, the last 50 kilometer in the sand dune, Yeah, I am quite happy, to have a good lead now the first week of Dakar.
After over 4,000 kilometres behind the wheel, the only big gap in the top 10 is between first and second. Plenty of room for the leaderboard to change, with another 4,000 to go. The Toyota Autobody team have been the winners of the T2 production car class for the last 8 years, and last year's winner for the team, Akira Miura, looks on target to repeat his success. This would be the Japanese driver's 3rd class win and 5th consecutive podium, leaning again on the experience of French co-driver Laurent Lichtleuchter, 41st overall. 38th overall and highest placed rookie is Qian Po, driving the SMG prepped buggy under the Hanwei Motorsport banner. Paired with co-driver Du Shangyi, less than half his age, the Chinese duo are thriving on their first ever Dakar, currently more than 3 hours ahead of team boss Hanwei in the overall standings. Multiple Enduro and Trials World title holder Laia Sanz has finally made the switch from bikes to cars. After finishing all 11 Dakars, she entered on 2 wheels. As part of the X-Raid Mini team, she's getting valuable experience for the future, currently 26th overall and the highest placed woman in the field. The bivouac at Riyadh on rest day is a hive of activity. While the drivers can rest their beaten up and sleep-deprived bodies, the teams can take their time to assess and re-prep the cars before the onslaught begins again.
It might look very quiet to you now, but I can assure you the last 24 hours hasn't been. The whole car's been changed. They go through everything changed all the transmission, the suspension, every nut and bolt is checked on the car. This is like a fresh car going for the second half of Dakar.
British motorsport group ProDrive, who've built championship-winning cars in many disciplines, are behind the BRX Hunter.
There are some races in the world that are just famous. They just stand out above everything else. You've got 24 Hours of Le Mans, you've got Indianapolis, you've got Monaco Grand Prix. But for me, the Everest of motorsport is this event, Dakar, and so why wouldn't we be here?
Right across the bivouac, which is a massive bivouac. Every team has their own challenges to get the cars ready. For rally leader Nasser Al Attiyah, his eyes are firmly focused on the thousands of miles ahead and the potential trophy at the end of it.
We fight a lot, last 2 years, to win here in Saudi Arabia. The next week of Dakar will be not easy also, like what we start first week. But okay, we try to do our best and to be clever, because we have a good lead and we need to be strong, until Jeddah.
So it's a rest day by name alone. Rest assured, the hard work continues.